Hello and welcome to the sixth episode of the BAE Sports Podcast. I'm Baylor, paired along with Aaron and Ethan as always. It is 10:17 Central Time PM. I don't know why I said it like that. April 14th on a fine Thursday night. Aaron hates me asking this question every time, but Aaron, Ethan, how are y'all doing?
I'm doing
Good.
great. I'll go first. I'm doing wonderful. I've had a busy day. I played some soccer. I went to a dance that sucked. Um, what else did I do? I went to class. Just living the life, you know?
Aaron, how about
Yeah.
yourself?
Yeah, ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's about
Hell
it.
yeah.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, we have a good episode planned for y'all this evening. We're going to touch on the Wordle for today. None of us did it. So that'll be a little fun thing of us at each other's throats trying to solve this Wordle. Then we're going to get into a quarterback tier list. Do that all collectively together. This is going to be an episode where we're at each other's throats arguing a bunch. I'm going to guess. Then we're going to finish it off with some NBA. We're going to talk about the NBA MVP runnings as well as the playoff standings and the play-in tournament that's currently going on. I'm not as well knowledge in that as Ethan and Aaron, so they're going to take over those segments. But first, let's get into the Weddle. Aaron, you going to pull up that Weddle for us?
Sir.
Okay. What we thinking position-wise first?
Receiver.
Okay, let's go with a Colts classic. Let's go with Michael Gallup. I don't know. I'm feeling the underrated Michael Gallup.
All right.
Okay, so
Alright.
he's not in the NFC. He's not a receiver.
Dallas?
He's taller than 6'1", and he's within 2 of 26. So AFC, if he's taller than 6'1" by like considerable, because that's 6'3" or higher, I think it's probably a quarterback.
Are we on easy or hard mode?
Easy.
Okay.
I think it's probably a quarterback in the AFC that's 27 or 28. So it's like, that's older than Mahomes. So it's probably like 2014 or 15 draft. 13? No, it wouldn't be 13.
Is Trevor Simeon still in the league?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's-
he's on New Orleans.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I think he's older than, because this guy's 27 or 28.
Mhm.
It could be a tight end.
Yeah, I could.
Ooh, because the number's higher than 13. You want to go? We want to go with the tight end.
So-
I'm thinking Darren Waller. I don't know how tall he is, but I'm thinking Darren
He's
Waller.
really tall. Yeah, I think
Let's
that's a
shoot
good
for
one.
it. Okay, it
Okay.
is a tight end, not in the AFC West. Shorter than 6'6". He's 28 years old. No, he could be 28 or 27. And his number is higher than 83, and it's 84, 85. Mark Andrews, yeah, probably.
What?
Okay. It's not Mark Andrews, not in the AFC North. He's 6'5", and he's older than 26. That leaves AFC East and South.
And the
Dawson
South.
Knox. Dawson Knox.
Mm,
What's Dawson Knox's
okay.
number? Isn't he 84?
He's probably 80
Let's
something.
go. Dawson Knox. Damn it.
Oh my goodness.
AFC East, but not the Bills.
Oh, Mike Gesicki.
Yeah, he's still. Yeah, Mike Gesicki. Oh, yeah.
What?
What?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my.
This is pretty funny to watch. I mean, I can't
Yeah.
contribute to this at all.
This is the Jets
But-
or the Patriots.
Hunter Henry?
Hunter Henry is who I was thinking.
Oh my goodness.
Watch
we're
it
gonna
not be
run out.
Hunter Henry.
You're not gonna run out.
And-
You guys are gonna get it. See?
Let's go.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's do hard mode now.
Okay. How do I do that? Settings.
There we go. I say we guess defense
Let
first.
Ethan
Okay,
guess.
Ethan, yeah.
Baker
Your guy
Mayfield.
first.
Oh no.
All right.
Okay, so he's in the NFC. He's on defense. Taller than 6'1", younger than 26, but within 2, and number is higher than 6. So NFC defensive player. He's higher than 6'1". He's probably a defensive end,
You.
25-year-old defensive end.
Aaron Donald is 6'1", so.
Aaron
that
Donald's
doesn't
also like 30, so
matter.
I think he's probably a
Uh.
defensive end or defensive tackle. Could be a linebacker, but this isn't a corner or safety, most definitely. In the NFC, 25 or 24. I'm trying to think who's a really young, really good, like within their first like couple. Chase Young. No, Chase Young's younger than
Okoronquo?
24. Who?
Who's the defensive end on the Rams who went to OU? His name's like Obo Okoronkwo or something like that.
To
Nobody
be
knows
honest,
who
I
that is.
don't think that's
If
who it
it's
is.
him, I think that'd be very funny.
I think Chase Young is a good guess.
That's interesting.
Ogbonnia Okoronkwo.
Okay. He's on Washington.
That's a guess.
He is a defensive end. It's Montez Sweat. It's 100% Montez Sweat.
Good job.
Let's go. In 3, hard mode, I think not. Let's have an extra hard mode. I don't know what that would be, but damn, that was
There's
a lot quicker than I thought.
Yeah, that was fast.
We're just too good.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, do you want to pull up quarterback tier list then? Because we'll just go quickly into our next. We'll do a majority NBA segment, but just a little fun.
That was fast.
It took so much quicker than I thought it was going to take.
Oh my goodness.
I say get rid of D tier and just make it F tier.
Yeah, I'm waiting for though.
There's no quarterbacks on it.
It's loading.
Oh, they're loading. My bad. I would just change D tier to F tier. Aaron, change it to no. You click the.
He's got it.
We'll
So
see.
frustrated.
Okay, I'm just. Okay.
Okay, obviously.
Alex Smith. I love Alex. Oh, we were just gonna like pick and. I thought we were just gonna go through the ones.
We'll just
Patrick
go with
Mahomes.
the obvious
Okay,
picks
Patrick
first.
Mahomes
Yeah.
S tier. Josh Allen S tier.
Are we
Aaron
gonna have to
Rodgers
make this
S
look like
tier.
a bell curve?
I will end up looking like it. We don't have to make it. I would also say Justin Herbert S tier as well. I think that's the end of S tier. I think those are the 4 most elite guys. I would put Lamar Jackson at the top of A.
You wouldn't even put Tom Brady in
Oh,
S tier.
Tom, shit.
No, Tom is an F tier
he
because he
almost
doesn't even want
just-
to play football.
He almost just won MVP, so he got second in MVP. I would put him in S tier at the bottom. I forgot Tom's back. I'd put Lamar at top of A, because I mean, like he was S tier. Like his MVP season's one of the best we've ever seen, but he's not like he hasn't had as great of a season as them, or close to. But I still say he's up there. I would
Massage Watson.
I'd probably massage
Please.
Watson.
Yes.
Stafford, MVP Stafford, man. Up
Mm.
in A.
How about we'll go Wilson first, and we'll see, because this is going to be a top 10.
Basically, I think it's probably gonna be 11.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'd put Stafford in there. I'd also put Kyler in there.
Ooh.
Wait. Okay, wait. Let's see who else before
Bro,
Kyler.
Kyler
Joe
has
Burrow.
one bad game and people
Joe
freak out
Burrow.
about it.
It's not that he has one bad game. Did you guys see that? Like he won't play this with the season.
Yes.
He won't play at the Cardinals if he doesn't get a new contract.
That's silly.
I could see him getting traded. Why did you throw Derek Carr in A tier? Derek
he's
Carr
good.
is not better than Dak and Kyler. I'm sorry, he's not better than Dak and
Yes,
Kyler.
he is. He's
I'd put
underrated.
Carr- I'd put Carr at the top of B. I'd put him at the top of
Okay.
B.
You're just you'll see it this season. Alright, we're putting one person in A tier.
All right,
One
so we're
more.
putting
Kyler.
Dak or Kyler.
Kyler. Come on,
Um,
Kyler.
no, I'd okay. Let's think about this. Let's think about
It's
this.
Kyler.
Okay, who has a stronger arm?
Kyler.
Kyler Murray. Who's more mobile?
Kyler.
Kyler Murray. Who's more accurate passer? I'd give that
Kyler.
to Dak.
Who's cuter?
Who's a
Kyler.
bigger
Who's
crybaby?
cuter?
Who's shorter?
Kyler
Who is
is shorter.
5'2"?
Kyler.
Kyler. So I mean, like Kyler wins 5
Who's
to 1.
darker?
Kyler.
I don't know. We should, if that's important. I think, because I mean, okay, Kyler has a stronger arm. Um,
It's Kyler.
I think it's
All right,
Kyler. I think
fine.
we put Kyler,
Sure.
and I think we put Dak above Derek Carr. I
Are
will
we
I
are we
will
actually
say
ranking left or right?
we don't have.
I mean,
I
yes.
guess we could because it's more like
It's more fun.
interesting. Yeah, I I think our A tier is pretty fine. I think our S tier is fine too.
Josh Allen is
I
not
wouldn't
better than
put Josh
Mahomes.
Allen over Mahomes. I'm a huge Josh Allen fan. I
Okay,
would
but
not
to be
put.
honest, I would take Derek Carr over Dak Prescott.
I'd rather have Dak. Especially like they're both making 40 million a year, so I mean like I'd rather have Dak on 40 million than Carr on 40 million. His
Dak
last
is
contract,
not good.
I'd rather have Carr on what he was making, but now he's making basically the same as Dak, and I'd rather have Dak. Who else would we put in the Carr tier? I would. I'd put Jameis. I think Jameis is there.
We're gonna have 8
He
players
played-
in B tier. That's what I'm telling you
No, I
guys right now.
You can. He's not proven yet.
I'd put Jameis in B tier. Yes, he did. Before his injury, he was like 16 and
injury.
5 in touchdown to interception ratio with Marquez Callaway as his number one receiver, and he had 2 of those interceptions and 0 touchdowns in a game where he had no coaching staff. His whole coaching staff was out with COVID. So in my opinion, he had 16 touchdowns and 3 interceptions with Marquez Callaway as his best receiver.
Okay,
I'd put him in B tier.
What's making this hard? I think we should put these two in A tier because it makes more sense.
That's a lot in A though. That you're saying how many is that?
Is there these
1, 2,
like
3, 4,
franchise?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 guys in A and S.
All right,
I
these
feel
are
like there's
guess-
a
tier
definite,
is
there is a definite gap between Joe Burrow and Derek Carr.
Yeah. Even like Lamar and Carr, that's not close.
Yeah.
I
No,
think we
you
need
guys
to
are
put Dak and
underrating
Carr
him.
down.
Okay.
I think we need to put Dak and Carr down.
Derek
Kyler,
Carr,
like
if you think we're
Kyler-
underrating you, come on the pod and discuss it with
Yeah.
us.
Kyler might be. We might be overrating Kyler a little bit, putting him in that tier with Lamar and Wilson.
Kyler
And
is
Deshaun,
definitely on
what do you-
that tier.
Why are you just looking at a picture of Derek? You're just gonna look up a picture of Derek Carr?
He's
I'm
gonna
just
pull up
gonna show you
stats.
guys his stats.
Dude, he's the worst
Ooh.
quarterback in his division.
That is mad facts. That is mad facts. He's the
I'm
worst
just saying
quarterback
that to
in
make
his
you
division.
mad. That's not like a genuine point.
He is though.
Doesn't
Wait.
make me mad.
Look at his kid's name. Deeker, Dallas, and Deacon. He named his kids Deeker and Deacon.
Deeker?
You mean
Oh, Decker. I think it's Decker.
Decker
It's spelled
and
very
Decken?
strange.
My goodness.
you
Never
gonna
mind.
pull up the
Everything's so
stats?
slow.
That's
It's
your fault.
Really?
Okay, now we lost. Okay, there we go. I would put because think about what Kyler brings. Kyler has a bigger arm than both of them. He's way more mobile than both of them. He's better under. I don't know if I'd say better under pressure.
Baylor,
Than,
with all due respect, you've never watched Derek Carr play.
yes,
He has
I
a huge
have.
arm.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Kyler has
He's
a better
good.
arm than Carr. Kyler has a better arm than Carr.
Derek Carr is boring. He's not fun. He's just a dude.
That's also mad facts.
Because he's white. You're only saying that because he's white.
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
I'll
And
admit
it-
it. Sure. Put him down. It's reparations.
These stats are just good. They're
He's
just good.
accurate.
Yeah, he's an
You're
accurate
underrating him.
quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think you can put him on the same tier as Joe Burrow, Matthew Stafford, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, and Lamar
Literally
Jackson.
a top 10 quarterback. Derek Carr
No,
is
he's-
top 10.
No, okay.
Yes, he is.
Who out of these? Okay, because we have
We have
1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 guys ahead of Derek Carr. What 3 guys
yeah.
are you saying are that Derek Carr is better than? Because to
First
make
of
him
all,
top
if-
10, he has to be better than 3 of these guys.
But outside of numbers, or if you look at in numbers, Matthew Stafford threw the most interceptions in the league. He's
Don't-
carried by Cooper Kupp in that awesome offense. I don't know,
You're
man.
taking Derek Carr over Stafford?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, who
You
else?
think I'm
What other
insane,
2?
you'll see.
What other 2 are you taking over?
Well, it's like
Or Carr.
Derek Carr's I would say he's at least at 11.
Who's not top 10 then?
Okay, but he's definitely ahead of these guys. I say he's 10 AB type thing.
10? No, B
Oh.
tier. Dak. But that's like too many. That's 9. Wait, no, it's 8. It's 8 guys in A tier.
Look,
I don't
here's
think-
my argument against Derek Carr, and it's because I said so.
That's facts. You have to put him in B tier now.
All right, one argument.
It's because he said
Kyler
so.
Murray
You know what?
has
I wouldn't be against putting Kyler, Dak, and Carr in B tier if we let B tier only be like 3 more guys, and then I actually don't know. Because where would we
Okay.
say Kirk Cousins falls on this? Because I feel
F.
like that's going to be.
he's B tier.
He's probably low B, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
think he's Kyler level.
Kirk He's had 35 or 30 something touchdowns this year.
I do like Kirk though. Okay.
I know.
I think Kirk's gonna be. Bottom B. I think Jameis is still B. Like, I think what we're saying. Okay, S is elite. A is borderline elite quarterback. Like, this is your franchise guy. You're never gonna have to worry about quarterback for a while. C, but B, I would say, is an above average starter. Kyler is definitely way better than above average starter. C is like your average, like you're fine with this quarterback, and F is like you hate your quarterback.
Replacement needed. Or
You
below
guys are
Yeah,
hyping
replacement
Kyler too
needed.
much.
We'll see how he like performs this year, or if he doesn't play this year.
He's gonna play this year. There's no way he's sitting out. What is he gonna do? Go to baseball?
Put.
Yes.
He should.
How do we
That would
feel
be way more
about-
fun?
How do we feel about Matt Ryan? Because my opinion on Matt Ryan's kind of changed.
He's
When I made my
fine.
quarterback 2 list, Matt Ryan was on like, what was the tier I had? It was serviceable. I think I'd put him franchise. Dude, that's the second to last tier, and it's franchise quarterback. I would put average.
The talent of quarterback is like starting to become so competitive.
Not. You're
It's
telling
not
me that
franchise
Sam
quarterback,
Darnold.
though.
You're telling me Sam Darnold is a serviceable quarterback?
No, here that's
And-
why we're gonna add one.
Okay. Make it like. Make
Is this
it
gonna
like
be
a.
our thumbnail?
This is just a not updated.
That's
This
fine.
is just a not updated. This doesn't have. Wait, no, it does. It has.
It's like fine.
Why
yeah.
is Cam Newton on this then? And why is Alex
Um,
Smith on this? This is 2021 and 2022. Why are they on this?
Okay, it doesn't matter. We can imagine that's Taylor
Okay,
Heineke.
can you
Like,
change?
it's fine.
Can you? Oh, is Taylor Heineke not on this?
No, we can just use
Okay,
Smith's
Alex Smith
Taylor
is Heineke.
Okay.
Can you change the color of it so it looks better?
Oh yeah,
Can you make it a
Make it-
rainbow?
You switched them.
dude, it's so laggy.
Just click the arrow down on service.
Yeah,
okay.
I know Baylor.
Okay, that looks better.
Dude, I don't
I
like
would-
Jameis here.
Okay, now that
He's-
you added the
he's
other tier,
franchise.
I'd put him in franchise. I think Jameis has the potential to be better than all those guys
How
except Kyler.
is Jameis
but-
Winston a franchise quarterback though? Aren't they like actively considering like drafting a quarterback above him?
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, I don't know because they only have him on a 2-year contract. So if they get
How
like
about-
Malik Willis, which I'm kind of like in the board that they'll trade.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
And then
I
can you
still
make
think
serviceable like barely serviceable or like what's mediocre?
mediocre. I think
Replaceable.
Yeah, mediocre.
I like replaceable. That's good. There we go.
I think
okay.
Jameis could be really good.
We've
but I don't
argued
think he's
about
going
the
to get the
format
shots he
enough.
deserves. Let's just put Heineke in dog shit.
Okay.
I need Baker
We'll
in
put
mid.
Big Ben in there.
Put Baker in mid.
Big
Let's get
Ben's
it.
definitely there. Baker's in dog shit. Actually,
Oh.
Baker's in replaceable.
No.
Baker's in replaceable.
Baker's in mid with potential.
He's not. No,
He
he's
was
not.
he was in bad situation. He's good.
I would
He
put-
turned the franchise
I would
around.
not
Yeah.
put him in the same tier as Winston.
Where do you think the Browns would be right now if they got like a different quarterback?
Dude, Baker's good.
They did get a different
He's-
quarterback because Baker's awful.
He's
I'm saying,
actually
Darnold's
good.
dog shit. Actually, can we make one more tier underdog shit called Darnold?
I actually take back the argument I just made that like no one bothered to like argue with. I
What'd
guess
you
they were
say?
better. Well, I was gonna say where would they be without Baker, but like I guess there were
And they
like
just
3
got a better
quarterbacks in that draft that were better.
Yeah,
But-
there were 3. No, I would say no. There were 2. I wouldn't say Darnold is better than Baker. Sam Darnold mood. Yep.
That's crazy that Sam Darnold's all the way down there.
Cam, unfortunately, in dog shit. I like Cam a lot, but Cam's not very good right now. I want to put not in Darnold.
Oh, I didn't mean to put him there. Can we put Jalen Hurts in mid?
Yeah.
I'd put him above Baker though. I'd put him above Baker.
That's insane. Like, I'm not disagreeing with you, but that's
who's
crazy.
a starting quarterback right now and who's not?
No, I'm just saying. I've seen, as an OU fan who saw both of them play, it's insane that like Jalen Hurts is seen with more potential than Baker Mayfield.
He's a more mobile guy. Baker's mechanics are awful. It hurts
as
to watch
a
him
Baker Mayfield hater. I think Baker's really good. I hate Baker.
As a hater, I think they're really good. Daniel Jones is replaceable. I give Daniel Jones way too much crap. I still don't think the Giants should roll. Like this should be their last year with Daniel Jones, unless he breaks out. Are you changing the color to make it nicer? Are you adding another tier? What is this tier? Okay, I think the only rookie that we put anywhere. We give Zach Wilson goes at rookie unproven. So does.
This is a ridiculous list
Fields.
at this point.
I think Mac Jones is replaceable. He is not Jameis. He is not Jameis. He's
okay.
above...
Well, the category is mid QB with potential. He's a mid QB with potential.
Fine. I wouldn't give him that much
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
I think.
Yeah, because he hasn't proven anything. But right now, I think he is a mid quarterback with insane potential. Tua's replaceable. He's not dog shit.
Turn the ball over.
But yeah, Zach Wilson and Justin Fields, like I don't feel like they were given enough of anything to even like show. I mean, Fields showed like a little bit of behind the line of scrimmage, but Matt Ryan.
Remember when Garoppolo had hype?
Yeah.
Ryan, you're saying Matt Ryan's in the same tier as Daniel Jones?
Well, he's not. He doesn't have any more potential.
Well, I mean, that's our C tier. I'd put him above Baker. Definitely put him above Baker.
I think he's at the front, to be honest.
Honestly, you could put him above Jameis. I'm fine with you putting above Jameis. Matt Ryan's an MVP. He's proven himself. Jameis still needs a little bit. I would put Lawrence above. Yeah, works for me. Yeah, I think that's good. Drew Lock. I don't think he's dog shit. He's like shown some like. I've watched some.
He's literally replaceable. At best. I don't know how bad he is because I would not.
I would say
he's in between.
Top of dog shit. That's fine. Nick Foles is dog shit. Nick Foles gets way too much hype. Not below Big Ben though. I'd put him right below Heineke. Actually, never mind. No, he's below Big Ben. He had the Super Bowl game, and that was basically it. Jimmy Garoppolo, I'd put him above Tua and replaceable. But they're actively not trying to get rid of him. He'll probably be the starter next year. Yeah, Big Ben's
Carson Wentz
awful
is
person,
dog.
but Carson Wentz is not dog. Okay, here's what it. Carson Wentz is basically Matt Ryan, but a more risky Matt Ryan. Yeah, Carson Wentz is right there. That's perfect. I'd put Jimmy over. I'd rather have Jimmy than Carson. Jimmy's led his team to the NFC Championship.
Well, it's because Kyle Shanahan's scheme carries.
Fair,
he just hands
I guess.
the ball off.
They're basically the same level of quarterback.
Yeah.
I
think
Jared Goff. I'd put him above Daniel Jones. Ryan Tannehill is basically Jimmy Garoppolo, but very. I would have put Mitchell Trubisky in unproven. He was a starter for like 3 years.
He never got a real shot.
Did I have the Titans winning the Super Bowl in my like RNG thing?
Yes.
Okay, I need y'all to put Tannehill in borderline elite for me, please.
Okay. Mitch is replaceable, and he's above Jared Goff. Oh, that's what you did. I
Okay.
wasn't even looking. Yeah, that's exactly where I'd have him. I think Mitch is actually not that bad. Jared Goff is basically where Jimmy Garoppolo should be. Like he's worse Jimmy Garoppolo. Are you gonna put
And then
Mitchell
we'll
Trubisky
have.
above Tua?
What do you think I should do?
Um, Full time, I would put Trubisky above Tua. I would. I would also put Tannehill above Tua. I am not a Tua hater. I like Tua a lot. He's a cool guy. I'd put Tannehill. Dude, Tannehill is making like 40 million right now. I'd put Tannehill above Goff. I'd put Tannehill above
Mm,
Goff. I think
okay.
he's below Jimmy though. I do think he's below Jimmy. Teddy Bridgewater is top of dog shit, but below Drew Lock. Below Drew Lock though.
I think above Drew Lock.
I would rather have Drew Lock as my starter. I get
Yeah,
that
but
Teddy Bridgewater was the starter for most of the season, but
I
Trey
think you
Lance
should
isn't on this. I just realized. Um,
shoot.
Honestly, are you struggling, Aaron?
Just a little bit.
Both those blues are the same color, by the way.
Yes, I understand.
Honestly, I would put Justin Fields in.
Well, hold on.
Actually, no, I wouldn't. I don't feel comfortable putting Justin Fields as a mid quarterback, even though I think he
Looks
has
pretty good.
potential. Um,
Look at the little triangle we made.
yeah. So we have. I think. Okay, let's look this over. Um, oh, okay. Our superstar elite tier: Mahomes, Allen, Rodgers, Herbert, Brady. I think that's perfect. In that
Yeah.
order, I think that's the right order too.
Okay.
Borderline elite: Lamar, Watson, Wilson, Burrow, Stafford. I think that's good. I think you could argue that Burrow's not in that tier, but and that like Kyler or Dak should be in that tier. But that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Above average, Carr, Kyler, Dak, Cousins. I'm also fine with that. I think that's
Okay.
your top that's like your top 14 guys. Mid quarterback with potential, Ryan Tannehill, Jameis. I think are all like they. You could argue that they're in the above average, but I'm fine with them being at the top of this tier. Then Baker, Trevor Lawrence, Jalen Hurts, Mac. Personally, I think Baker goes down to replaceable, but both of you are saying he should be in here, so I lose to majority
Yes.
rules. Replaceable: Carson Wentz, Jimmy Garoppolo, Ryan Tannehill, Jared Goff, Mitchell Trubisky, Tua, Daniel Jones. I think that's pretty good. I think if we could have like a replaceable 1A and then replaceable 1B. 1A would be Wentz, Jimmy, Tannehill. I think they're better than the other four guys in that tier, but I wouldn't put
Yeah.
them with the other guys ahead of them. Dog shit. Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Lock, Ben Roethlisberger, Taylor Heineke, but it's a picture of Alex Smith, Cam
Yes.
Newton, and Nick Foles. I think that's fair. They should not be starting quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Rookies are unproven. Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, and even though they did like play a significant amount, I don't feel comfortable putting them anywhere in this tier because it did show flashes, but they also showed that they could be awful. And I do think they could both be good quarterbacks, but they're like I need to see more from them. And then Sam Darnold mood. Sam Darnold is the worst starting quarterback in the league for sure.
That's so harsh. I think he's still decent, bro.
No, okay. Name me 3 starting quarterbacks that Sam Darnold is better than. 3 starting
Taylor
quarterbacks.
Heineke. Well, he's not starting
Carson Wentz is
anymore.
the starter, by the way.
Uh,
You can't. You can't
I
name
definitely
me
would say
one.
he's better than Drew Lock.
Okay, that's
He's
one.
better than Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy
He's
Bridgewater is
definitely
not a
better.
starting quarterback.
Oh yeah, he's backup.
Yeah, 2 is the starter.
Well, Daniel Jones.
2.
It's not fair to say
So
Justin
you
Fields
said
yet.
I think he's a decent quarterback, and now you're saying he's the 30th best starting quarterback in the league. Ethan, does that sound right to you?
Because look at all the talent.
Yeah, but you can't be like mediocre at everything
Well,
and be a good quarterback.
Who are we
I-
arguing
Look
about?
at his
Sam Darnold.
coaches.
Sam Darnold.
Adam Gase and Matt Rule were his head coaches.
He had 2 different opportunities, and he
No,
failed
two
at both of
different
them.
terrible organizations. Look at the O-lines for both organizations, and look at the coaching. It's all
PJ
about the
Walker
system that
basically
fits
played the
around.
exact same like Sam Darnold when PJ Walker was in.
Yeah, PJ Walker's had more experience. Okay,
That's
there's a
just-
reason why NFL scouts took him as the third pick. He has potential. He
third
just
pick.
hasn't got a chance yet.
I don't think. I'm going to be honest with you. The Panthers draft the quarterback. Sam Darnold rides the bench. A team trades for Sam Darnold for like a 5th-round pick to be their backup, and he doesn't really see the field that much again. It's kind of like the Josh Rosen thing. He kind of wasted his opportunities that he was given, and you could say he was in a terrible situation. Josh Rosen was in a horrendous situation, but now you can't wait with quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Lamar, Deshaun Watson coming out of the draft and being good within their first 2 years. You can't wait on a guy for 3 to 5 years. They got to be ready right out of the oven. And Sam Darnold wasn't ready right out of the oven. Like, think about 2 quarterbacks that were in his draft class. Josh Allen, arguably top 2 quarterback in the league, and Lamar won an MVP. What has Sam Darnold done? He has played for 2 teams, and he's been benched on both those teams.
Argument. Lamar
Yes.
Jackson drafted into the Ravens system where they built around Lamar, where they did a perfect run scheme for him. Patrick Mahomes had Andy Reid, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. Deshaun Watson had DeAndre Hopkins. Name one good weapon Sam Darnold had.
On which team? The Panthers or the Jets?
Jets.
When he was drafted?
Or just in general.
Um,
Jamison Crowder.
Elijah.
No, he didn't play when
Wait,
Elijah
no,
Moore
Elijah Moore's a rookie. Fair point.
Yes.
Fair point. But that's what, okay. Kyler Murray was drafted with the 1st overall pick. Who was his best receiver? Larry Fitzgerald. An old Larry Fitzgerald. Who was his tight end? You can't tell me. Who was his running back? Old injured David Johnson. Who was his second receiver? Rookie Christian Kirk, I think. And Kyler excelled in one Rookie of the Year.
Okay, but look at Cliff
Baker
Kingsbury.
Mayfield. Baker Mayfield drafted with the 1st overall pick into one of the worst organizations the NFL has ever seen, with his number 1 receiver being old, not fast
You can't
Jarvis
say
Landry.
Landry.
I can say
Jarvis is
old.
3.
I can say okay.
Okay, but the
Jarvis
whole
Landry
point-
was his wide receiver 1, and he went and was runner-up to Rookie of the Year against Saquon Barkley, who
Okay,
had
but
one
look
of the
at-
best rookie running back seasons ever. You got now in this day and
Baylor,
age,
let
this
me
isn't
talk.
the '60s. You have to be good out of the oven, and Sam Darnold has
No.
never been that.
That's not fair to say. Literally, I said Patrick Mahomes they built a system around him. Josh Allen, they got him Stephon Diggs. They built a system around him. Every quarterback that's in these tiers actually got a chance around. Look at Trevor Lawrence. Look at all the got this year. I mean, look at literally all these quarterbacks teams. They have solid pieces and not a crappy coach and organization. And look, literally, the Eagles won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles. Because he's good. It's because he was built in a good system.
It sucks. It does suck that Sam Darnold was never given a good opportunity around him. But that's because he was at the Jets, and then he went to the Panthers, 2 terrible organizations. I still don't think you would even consider him. Like, say he was on the Chiefs now. I mean, they lost Tyreek, but they still have Travis Kelce. How good would he be? I don't think he'd be that good. I don't think if in a vacuum, we'll say in a vacuum, in an absolute vacuum, he's not a top 25 quarterback. And you can't win now without a top 10 quarterback because of how competitive the league is with their explosive offenses and superstar quarterbacks that are younger than 25 on rookie deals. Sam Darnold's already 25, 24, 25, and he really is basically rookie talent right now. So it does suck that he was never really given a good shot, but I just don't think he's going to ever get it's going to be like Josh Rosen. He's just not going to get another shot to prove himself.
Your point is no, you have to be good, but he didn't get a chance. That's why you
You
can't
do
keep
have
saying
to be
he's not
good though for a team to say Baker
That's why.
Baker was an
That's why
awful
he's had two
awful
chances.
yeah, and he hasn't done well in either of those.
Yeah,
Baker
he did.
was thrown into an awful organization, and even though like they had a losing record and they weren't that good, but Baker made them relevant and Baker played well, so they're like, we're gonna keep like giving you chances because you've proved to us that you were good. This last year, Baker was awful, and it's like, well, you're not any good anymore. So to be competitive, we have to move on. And I feel like if Darnold like continues to go from place to place, that's what's going to happen. They're going to be like, we have an opportunity. Because if Darnold's your starting quarterback, you're going to have a top 10 pick. And what's going to stop you from being like, okay, we're going to take a quarterback there, or okay, we're going
But
to
that's not
trade
the
some picks
point
to
we're
get
talking
one.
about.
The
Point is he can play good if he's in the right system, and he's gonna get the chance. You're just saying he has no chance to be good at all. Like, Josh Rosen disappeared because he's not good. Teams don't believe in him. People still believe in Sam Darnold for a reason.
I mean, if you want to quote Sam Darnold himself, he's proved that he's a good quarterback
Yes.
in this league. I would
Yeah.
love to see it. I would love to be proven wrong that Sam Darnold is not a good quarterback. I would love for him to be traded to like, what would be the most interesting? Traded to like the Texans, for example.
That'd
Like for
be
like
so
a
bad.
sixth round pick, just to be Davis Mills' backup. And he beats out Davis Mills in the training camp. And he leads the Texans to the playoffs. I will eat my words if that happens. I just don't see it. I don't see
Baylor.
what Sam Darnold brings that other quarterbacks don't bring, and he's already so deep in his career to not have any success.
Okay, Baylor, this is like the Mitch Trubisky thing. Everyone's like, oh, he's trash, and then you realize he's in a crappy
He
Matt
led a
Nagy
team to
system.
12-4. He led a
He
team to 12
didn't.
and 4.
Khalil
He
Mack led.
he made
Khalil
he led a
Mack
team to
led
12
the
and
team.
4, and he was a Pro
No.
Bowler. Maybe he wasn't
No,
rightfully
Khalil
the Pro
Mack.
Bowl, but guess what? He's getting a starting opportunity. The Pittsburgh Steelers signed him to start.
No. The Bears defense carried him there. He didn't do anything.
He went to a Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
I'm a
because someone
Vikings
dropped
fan.
out of the Pro Bowl.
I wouldn't be biased for Mr.
No,
Trubisky.
I like Mitchell Trubisky, but this is the same situation.
Okay.
But he had a little advantage.
Let's agree to disagree, and Ethan can be
No.
Ethan can be the person that can decide who wins the argument. Ethan, you've been sitting there quietly. What is your opinions on this?
On Sam Darnold.
What is going on with your screen, Aaron? Oh, it's done. Okay,
I
cool.
have no idea.
What is your opinion on this argument, Ethan?
Sam Darnold's not fantastic. I mean, he was like fun in college because he had a goofy little fan base around him. But like, if all I can say about you is that you have a silly fan base, then that's like not really that's not good. Because I should be thinking about how good you are on the field. I mean, I'm like, I like him a little bit because it's like name recognition. I'm like, okay, I'd like to see him succeed. It's not he's Daniel Jones. I don't know who Daniel Jones is. Who cares? But yeah, he's not fantastic.
Well, it looks like that can be our end to the quarterback tier list debate. It went off on a little bit of a Sam Darnold tangent, but
I was
Now-
just
See,
like, you guys do
Baylor.
your thing.
now the
You'll
NFL
see.
is kind of at like a stagnant point, as we've been saying for the last couple weeks, with the draft being the next thing to look at in 14 days. But the NBA playoffs are on the horizon, and we're currently in the middle of the play-ins. I'm going to hand this over to Ethan and Aaron to tie us into the NBA, talk about the MVP race, the NBA playoff standings, and at the end, we'll say who we think is going to be in the finals. Ethan, go ahead.
Well, Aaron, would you be willing to like screen share a picture of the playoffs, or I guess I could just look at a picture of it and maybe we could put one in post.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I feel like having a visual thing would help that we can
Yeah.
discuss. But while you're doing that, the play-ins are going right now. Last night and the night before. Oh, let's see if I can remember this. I know last night the Hawks beat the Hornets to remain eligible for the 8
By
seed.
30.
Yeah, it was a blowout. And then the Pelicans beat the Spurs to play for the 8th seed. I believe the Pelicans are playing. This is all from memory. I'm sorry for the audio people who have to try to listen to me mumble. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, the Pelicans will be playing the Clippers to like enter the playoffs as an 8 seed, along with the Hawks playing the Cavs. But
Is
maybe
this
we can.
accurate?
Yeah, that's accurate.
Okay.
We could just go series by series and see if we can do a little playoff
Yeah.
predictions.
Sure.
Um, who do we have between the Spurs and? Oh wait, no. Who do we have between the Pelicans and the Clippers? In a one-off
Clippers.
Are
game.
Kawhi and Paul George, are they fully healthy?
Paul George is
'Cause I
playing.
know like
Kawhi is not.
Kawhi is not.
hmm
The
Zion is not playing either.
okay.
While
I'm
you're
gonna take the
thinking,
Clippers.
I'm
gonna
also
take
going
the
to take the
Clippers.
Clippers because I really want the Clippers to lose, and anything in the NBA that I want to happen never does. So,
Fair enough. I don't think they deserve to make it, but I also don't think the Pelicans deserve to make it. And who do I
Mhm.
want to see thrashed more by the Suns? I'd have to go with the Clippers. So, as I would prefer the Pelicans to win. I like Brandon Ingram. Is he? Is he?
yeah, he's playing.
I don't know who's like hurt. Okay, I like Brandon Ingram, and it would be cool to see him like drop like 30 against the Clippers and make it to the playoffs. But you're going to lose in 4 or 5 to the Suns if you're an 8 seed coming out of the West.
Mhm.
So I'm going to say Clippers just so I can see him thrashed by the Suns.
Yeah, the Clippers have more depth, and the Pelicans only have Ingram and CJ McCollum, so they're probably not going to win.
And then it is the Hawks versus the Cavs.
Ice tray, baby.
It depends. Isn't that the center
Yeah,
Mobley?
Is Jared Allen still out or is he back?
Oh, I forgot the Cavs are like super injured.
Okay, let me look that up.
Trey Young is probably gonna. I mean, he didn't play that great. Was it last night? Yeah, it was last night. So, I mean, I feel like he's either gonna keep that up, or maybe he's gonna be like, well, time to turn on the Jets and go off for like 40.
Jared Allen is
Yeah.
Jared Allen is questionable, and it's going to be of the day of if he decides if he's eligible. I mean, if he's able to play or not. So on that, I think that's a little bit of hope for Cavs fans.
Mhm.
And anytime Cleveland fans get a little bit of hope, like when Baker started to play well, or any time that any Cavaliers team without LeBron that they've got a little hope, it kind of gets crushed.
Mhm.
And the Cavs were having a great season before all the injuries happened, and I just think it's going to catch up to them. And Trey Young is ice Trey. I think he's going to knock it out. You know what? Prediction: 40, 42 points by Trey Young in tomorrow's game.
All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you guys
I
want
agree.
to? You guys want to watch it together
Sure.
on stream?
I can do that.
Awesome.
Wait, actually, I take it back. I might be going to a baseball game.
Fair enough.
Baseball.
Yeah.
So are we all
I think
picking the?
I think I'll pick the Hawks as well. That's
Are we
like
all
Yeah.
picking the
Hawks.
Clippers and the Hawks?
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Well, who do we have between the Suns and the Clippers?
Suns in 4.
Obviously. I
They're
don't know if
like
it'll be in
they're
4. I feel like
they're
they might
probably
drop a
the
game.
best. They're probably the best team just overall.
They definitely are.
They're clutch as hell.
Mhm.
They're so good in every aspect of the game. They went to the finals last year. They're basically the exact same team, but wanting revenge to get back there. I think it's in 4 or 5.
Yeah, 5, because Booker always has that one terrible game.
I'm fine with that. Mavs Jazz.
Fuck Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Mavs.
I don't
We're
know.
Thunder fans here, and Rudy Gobert shut down the entire league in OKC. So I mean, like, bias wise,
I think
I'm
the
gonna
Jazz
go
are
with
gonna
Mav.
win, and I'm not gonna be happy about it because they got Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert versus
Luka's injured.
Doncic and Dinwiddie.
It really is just Luka against the world.
He's injured.
Okay, Jazz are gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna take, even though they're the favorite, because they're probably the. I don't know if they're the force. They're probably still the Vegas favorite, even though with the injuries and
Who?
the Mavs.
Mavs.
Okay.
But I'll take the Mavs. You guys are taking the Jazz. I'll take the Mavs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Warriors Nuggets. Wow, that's a crazy series. Now I'm like saying that out loud.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Here's my thought on that. They are the 3 seed, but I think this is going to be an upset because Curry's been struggling with injury in the last month. And the team is like, you're putting the team, if Curry doesn't play, or even if he doesn't play half the games, you're putting the team's hands with Clay, which isn't bad. But then you look at the other side, the other team, and who are they putting the ball in the hands of? Nikola Jokic. Mm-hmm. Probably the MVP. He might be 2-time in a row MVP. So I would just like, yeah, they have good pieces. Andrew Wiggins has been good this year. Clay's been good. If Curry plays, it'll be tough because that big 3 is going against Jokic, and who else is even healthy on the Nuggets?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Not many people.
They
So
got Bones Highland. He's fun.
I'll go with the Nuggets.
I am gonna go with the Warriors.
If Steph plays all the games, I'll go Warriors, but I'll go Nuggets.
I think the Warriors
gotta pick one.
Are gonna win. I've seen Jokic play twice this season in person, and both times he underwhelmed. I don't know what it was. He's playing against the Thunder, who have like no centers above 6'8", and he didn't do that much. He was getting whooped, and I'm like, okay, I'm sure he does great in other games, but I'm not trying to watch the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And
Of course.
I just feel like if the Thunder can exploit Jokic, there's no way the Warriors can't either. So I got the Warriors winning in like 6, 5. I'll say Warriors in 5.
Warriors in 5.
Yeah.
He's probably the most boring MVP I've ever seen.
Jokic?
He's so slow. Yes, he just like...
Jokic is so fun to watch. What do you mean?
I can't watch him. I can't. It's so boring. But I got the Warriors in 7.
I'll take Nuggets in 7 then.
Okay.
Jeez, okay.
And then
who do we...
Grizzlies and T-Wolves. Grizzlies for sure.
Yeah. Aren't they like one of the most winningest teams in the league without Ja Morant?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's insane. And Ja Morant's like a second-year player, and he's basically an MVP.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
it's definitely the Grizzlies.
Do
we want to go because we don't know what the seedings are? Do we want to just go to the next round and then our teams?
I mean, we can just go to the Eastern Conference first round, or are you saying go to the Western Conference second round so we just remember who we picked?
Yeah, I was saying and then we can just go because we'll all have different matchups, and we can just say who our finals team is, and then we can go to the East and finish it off.
We could just do our majority, you know? Does this make sense? Because there are 3 of us. There's always going to be a majority team that we pick, and we can just keep doing that.
Yeah, but for example, say majority of my team loses in the second round, but I have that team going to the finals, and I won't be able to.
Okay, I'm fine with that. We can do this again after the first round.
Okay. So we have Suns versus. For me, it's Suns Mavs, and for you guys, it's Suns Jazz Suns. Mm-hmm. I don't expect this team to lose. This team is either losing in the Western Conference Finals or going to the finals. This team is the best team in the West, probably the best team in the whole league. I don't expect them to fall short to an only Luka team or a Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert team.
The Suns?
Yeah, the Suns.
Wait, are we doing the second round or the finals?
The second round.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, the Suns are gonna win.
Yep, Suns.
And then the Jazz are gonna have to blow up their team.
Yeah, I think Mitchell's gone. What I've seen, Mitchell and Gobert don't like each other at all.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I saw a stat. I could be slightly off, but I'm pretty sure it's Donovan Mitchell averages 3 passes to Rudy Gobert a game. That's insane. 2?
Yeah.
For your number 1 and number 2 option to only pass to each other 2 times a game.
I think Gobert's gone.
You think Gobert?
Yeah.
I think Mitchell's gone too, though. Mitchell's going to get
gone.
a
You
max
think both of them
contract
are gonna
somewhere
go?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think they have to completely blow it up. Like you hear that a lot, where it's
Mhm.
like, oh, a team should blow it up. If the Jazz aren't able to get it this year, I think they need to blow it up.
I feel like
Yeah.
they're gonna keep Donovan Mitchell because I feel like players would rather play with Donovan Mitchell than with Rudy Gobert.
Well, for sure they'd rather play with Mitchell, but I feel like they're gonna like they could flip because Mitchell's still young. They could
Mhm.
flip him for a lot of assets, kind of
Okay.
like how the Thunder flipped Paul George for
Mhm.
so much. I feel like that's what the Jazz could do. They could trade.
That would be
I
really
don't even
interesting.
maybe the Spurs. They could trade him to the Spurs because the Spurs have a lot of young talent.
Mhm.
They could trade a bunch of picks and some young talent because the Spurs barely missed the playoff. Barely missed the playoffs this year. Imagine if they were able to add Donovan Mitchell to that.
Mhm.
Now I think
Baylor, let's get back on track.
okay. I have Grizzlies, Nuggets, and you guys have Grizzlies, Warriors.
Warriors.
I'm taking the Grizzlies.
I'm
They're
taking the
so
Grizzlies
good.
too.
Grizzlies.
Yes.
So we have our Western Conference Finals is the 1 and 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's poetic. Suns
Yeah.
versus Grizzlies. This is tough. They're both so good, and I could argue that they're the best two teams in the league right now.
Mhm.
But they were just in the finals. They're back for revenge. They're basically the same team. I'm gonna take the Suns in the finals
Yeah.
out of the
I
West.
think the Suns are going to the finals too.
In like
If you're-
7 though, 7 or 6. Like this is gonna be an amazing Western Conference Finals.
Hopefully.
Like, if you're not LeBron or the Warriors, it's very hard to get back to the finals. And I think the Grizzlies want it more. They're just so much more energetic. I'm taking the Grizzlies.
Interesting.
Fair enough. So
Alright.
me and Ethan have the Suns, and
Mhm.
Aaron has the Grizzlies. In the
Yes.
East,
All right.
who are these? Correct. So is it? It's Hawk. Wait, no. Hawks just beat the Hornets.
Yeah.
So it's Hawks.
It's Hawks versus
Cavs,
Cavs.
right?
We decide on the
Okay.
Hawks.
Yeah, we picked Hawks. And then it's what's the other one?
It's already filled in. This is probably from
Okay,
like
yeah,
this morning.
that's right. It is already filled in. So
I guess the Heat will win, but
Yeah.
it'll probably be like it'll be a notorious 5-game, like, Heat in 5, but like we're gonna know when Trae Young wins that game.
yeah, I definitely see. I think the Heat are pretty good. I mean, Tyler Hero's been amazing off the bench. Jimmy Butler's always great. Bam's
Mhm.
plays well on defense. They're a pretty all-around good team. I don't see really many holes with the Heat. And I mean the Hawks, they got some good pieces, but I just think the Heat are more well built. I'll have the Heat in like 5 games as well. But yeah, I
Yeah.
agree that Trae Young will get one of those games, and you'll be like, yeah, Trae Young had like 40 or something.
I don't like Jimmy Butler, so Heat in 6.
Heat in 6.
Yeah.
76ers and
The Raptors.
Raptors. This is tough. The Raptors are always like, I just don't know what to feel about the Raptors, man. Who's their best player? Like Fred VanVleet? Pascal
Barnes.
Siakam?
Scott
Oh, yeah.
I think
Scottie
the 76ers are going to win, but I mean, it's pretty crazy seeing them in a playoff series, isn't it? Remember last time with Kawhi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was insane.
Imagine if they kept Kawhi. Remember they were the 2 seed without Kawhi?
Well, Kawhi didn't want to stay. He was a one-year
That's
rental.
true.
He was gone anyway.
Yeah.
Because what more could they have done? It's like, hey, we won a championship, Kawhi. He's like, I don't care. I'm already gone.
True. I mean, he did his due for the city. He got him a champion. He got Canada. He got a whole country a championship.
Mhm.
That being said, I'm gonna take Sixers in 6.
Yeah, but Raptors are
It's Joel
scary
Embiid.
for like the next
They
year.
are scary. They could beat anybody, but
Mhm.
in a 7-game series, I'm gonna take who could possibly be the MVP. That also has James Harden right next to him.
Mhm.
Aaron, what about you? Who are you taking?
Yeah, I'm taking the 76ers too. I forgot James Harden's on there, so.
Mhm.
The Bucks and Bulls. As much as I want to pick the Bulls, I want to pick the Bulls so badly, but you're not stopping
Why?
Giannis. Who do they have to stop Giannis? Nikola
No one.
Vucevic? Like that's their center. There's
The
no.
Bulls are frauds.
I like DeMar.
I think if the Bulls could stay healthy all season, they would definitely go further. But
well, they wouldn't be the 6th seed. They'd be like the 4 seed. They'd be playing the Raptors.
They were the number 1 seed earlier in the year.
Yeah, I think if the team fully stayed healthy, they would have been probably the 4 seed playing the Raptors. I would have had them beating the Raptors. I don't think they're the 6th best seed in the East, but they're not. I don't think they're beating the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks and
6. Let's do it.
Bucks and 6. Bucks and 6. DeMar will get a couple good games in.
Bucks and 4.
Bucks and 4.
It'll probably be Bucks and 5. That's what my gut is saying. But Bucks and 6 is funny to say, so we're gonna do it.
I'll say Bucks and 6.
The Bulls are not good, and I really like them too.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really scary 7 seed.
For sure.
Nets.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I really like the Celtics.
Nets
They're
and
a great
7. Fuck
defensive
it.
team.
We better pick the Nets.
Nets and 7.
You guys are both picking the Nets?
Mm-hmm.
Nets,
and
it's
7.
Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant.
Okay. They're great. The Celtics are a great offensive and defensive team.
I think they're gonna fall apart.
They have one of the best point differentials after the All-Star break. They got an amazing scorers in Jason Tatum, and oh my God, why did I blank on his name?
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown, yeah. I knew it was Brown and it was Jay, but I blanked on his first name. 2 great scorers.
Wait, is Ben Simmons back?
Choke artist. He might come back.
That's on it. You know what? I might change my answer. I might have the Celtics in 7.
Wait,
Oh,
so you're saying them adding Ben Simmons makes you want to pick against them?
Well, I assumed that he was playing because I had a big 3 in my mind, but I'm realizing that he probably will not be playing. So
I think the Nets are probably because then they play the Bucks.
Well, what's crazy is I paid a lot of attention in the NBA like for the first 2 months, so that's why I'm like, oh, the Bulls are good and the Celtics are not. But
yeah,
I know that their narratives have switched, but it's hard for
I'm
me
gonna take the
remember
Celtics in 6. I think the Celtics are really good. I think they're really good. I'm gonna take them in 6.
I'll do Celtics in 7.
Then we have.
Oh, thanks, Baylor.
You already said you had the Nets. You said we have to pick the Nets, and then both of us didn't pick the Nets.
Okay, keep going.
Heat and what is it? We all had the 76ers, right?
Yeah.
You know what? This is Joel Embiid's time to finally shine. You know what? I'm having a little bit of upset. I think Joel Embiid's so good. Joel Embiid's going to absolutely dominate. He doesn't have Ben Simmons to be a distraction anymore. I mean, James Harden's kind of a distraction now that I think about it. You know what? We'll give it to him. The guy who could win MVP. I'll have this. These playoffs are going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the 76ers in 7.
My heart says 76ers. My brain is telling me the Heat. I'll go Heat in 7, honestly.
I'll go with the Sixers. I'm tired of Jimmy Butler.
Why do you hate Jimmy Butler so much?
Bro, he's so annoying to watch. He cannot shoot for his life.
Okay, so we all have this. No, Ethan, you have the Heat, right?
I have the Heat.
Okay. Now we got, for me and Ethan, it's the Celtics versus the Bucks, and for Aaron, it's the Nets versus the Bucks. You know what? I'm gonna take the Celtics for the same reasons as I gave last time. I think the Celtics are so dangerously underrated, and I know they're the 2 seed, but they've been playing like the 1 seed since the All-Star break. So I'm gonna take the Celtics in 7. I'm gonna take them in 7.
I can't see Giannis losing in the second round. I feel like that's just not gonna happen.
It's tough. The East, like the top of the East, I think is scarier than the top of the West for sure. It's like the Bucks at the 3 seed, like that's scary. But I expect the Celtics team to go far.
Giannis is such a winner.
He is. If the Bucks won in 5 or 6, I'd be like, okay, Giannis deserved that. It's like Giannis is probably the best player in the world. But I'm gonna take to be a little different, and because I mean like we're pushing close to what the finals were last year, with the Bucks advancing, and me and you have the Suns in the finals. I'm gonna take the Celtics in 7. I think it's gonna be probably besides the finals. I think it's gonna be the best single series.
gonna say
or
Bucks in
top
6.
2 best in those series.
Now between the Bucks and the Nets, who you got, Aaron?
I mean, last year I'm pretty sure the Bucks and Nets went to like a game 7,
Mm-hmm.
right? Do you?
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, it was close. I don't
Katie's
think.
big ass foot was on the line.
Yeah, it's like the reason why they're at the 7th seed is because Katie and Kyrie have not played together like most of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they play together, they'd be way higher. Like people are kind of, I don't know, sleeping on them a little bit, even though they're not really slept on.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Giannis will not go back to the finals. Teams don't go back to the finals, like I said earlier. So I'm going the Nets in 7 again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Eastern Conference Finals. We all have the 76ers, which is crazy to say.
I think I have the Heat. I have the Heat and the Bucks.
Oh, do you have the Heat? No, my
Mhm.
bad. My
No, you're
bad. You do
fine.
have the Heat. We all have different matchups, so Ethan, we'll just go through the line. You can start with
All
your
right.
matchup.
Between the Heat and the Bucks, I mean, I know what Aaron is saying, but I just don't feel like I could consciously pick anyone other than the Bucks or the Suns. Spoiler, to be in the finals. I just don't think there are any better teams, and if I'm picking another team, then it would just be because I'm trying to be different, and that's like not what I would believe. If this
That's
makes
fair.
sense. I think
Yeah.
the Bucks went Bucks in 6 again. I'm just gonna say Bucks in 6 for every single one, except for the
Okay.
finals. Another spoiler.
Ooh. So you have a Suns Bucks Finals
Yeah.
rematch.
Rematch.
Is this the new Cavs Warriors?
I don't know if it's a new.
No.
Well, okay. I won't say it's a new
Never.
Cavs Warriors because I think there are other teams that are gonna. Their like progression between like for
Right.
being good is accelerating faster than
Yeah.
like the Bucks are there. The Bucks aren't really gonna improve anymore. So
That's
like
true. I feel like they're either gonna stay the same or get worse.
they're
over the
gonna
years.
two-peat, and then that's probably it. I guess repeat.
But it is kind of like Giannis equals LeBron,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Suns are kind of the Warriors with all these superstars on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be the next like continuous finals. I hope it's not like that because I
Mhm.
hope we have more interesting finals, but it could be. Now, Aaron, who's your Eastern Conference?
All right, so
Matchup.
you got the Nets versus 76ers, and obviously Harden left. So KD's gonna be mad, and he's gonna win, and he's gonna poop on James Harden's beard. If you look at March Madness, it's never the same matchups every year, even though the high seeds look like they're super good. And same for the finals. It's gonna be the Nets.
Okay.
So you have Nets and Grizzlies.
Yes.
I have in my Eastern Conference Finals, I have the 76ers and the Celtics. And if the Celtics can get past Giannis, they can get past Embiid, in my opinion. I just think the Celtics are so good offensively and defensively, and you have to be able to play great on both sides of the ball. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown for offense, and they got the defensive play of the year, Marcus Smart. They're such a great team all around. And I think this is when we're gonna see Jason Tatum get into that conversation of potential top 10 caliber player because he's always been like on that level of like compared to Trae Young. And everyone's like, oh, Trae Young's better because he can lead a team deep in the playoffs. But I think we're gonna start to see Jason Tatum on that same echelon because Trae Young's a great shooter, but Jason Tatum plays great offense and great defense. He's a great number one option on an amazing team. I think we see the Celtics in the finals. I have a Suns Celtics finals. I'm going to take Celtics in 6 against the 76ers. So now starting with Ethan, we'll go back with the same line. What is our finals prediction?
I think the Suns are gonna. Okay. I feel like the Bucks are. Man, this is hard for me to pick who's better between the Bucks or the Suns. I want the Suns to win a chip. I feel like that's just what my heart craves and yearns and desires is for Chris Paul to get a chip, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton. Like I just want them to win a ring, and then they don't have to think about it anymore, and then the Suns can do whatever they want for the next 15 years. Kind of like the Bucks. Now it's like, okay, Giannis needs to win this ring. he needs to win this ring. And now it's like, okay, Giannis can kind of do whatever he wants. It's fine. Just like hang out with the Bucks.
Mhm.
So I want the same to happen for the Suns in 7 games.
Okay, so for me, I got the Grizzlies and the Nets. So this is gonna be like the KD story. So the Grizzlies are at home game 1, and they beat the Nets. And then the next 4 games, KD destroys them. And then that's the villain origin story for Ja Morant.
And so you're saying KD's going to prove that he can win a ring, being that guy, because he wasn't like he was
Yes.
he was probably the best player on that Warriors team. Like he still had Draymond, Clay, Steph. I mean, he'll also now have Ben Simmons and Kyrie, but yeah, he's going to be the
I
definitive guy.
can't see it. I can't see it.
Yes, the Nets are a great team, but like they have not played together.
Last
their
year, he
big three
disintegrated
doesn't
on the
play
court
together.
at the end of a 7-game series, carrying a team. And I know Kyrie's going to do some stupid shit. Ben Simmons is going to do some stupid shit. It's like, I just don't see it.
Wait a sec. Can Kyrie play home games?
Yeah, they changed it because
can now? Okay.
the mayor
'Cause
was like,
that's
shit,
like-
people are going to hate me if they don't let Kyrie play.
They would lose in the playoffs against the Celtics. They would lose every home game if Kyrie wasn't able to play, because you maybe don't get Ben Simmons, and then you have to trust that KD stays healthy for the entire series.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like if because the big three, their new big three, hasn't really played on the court at all together.
Yeah.
If they can play on the court and play like the Nets want them to play, then yes, they can be absolutely amazing. But I just don't see it. I'll be surprised if it completely works out. But I mean, like Nets in the finals is fair. They're like, if it works out, there would be an amazing team. They're the 7th seed because of injuries. They're not the 7th seed because they're bad.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I have the Celtics and the Suns. And I do agree, I would absolutely love to see Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and Chris Paul to get a ring. And I do think their path is a lot easier than the Celtics, because the Celtics had to go through the Nets and KD, then Giannis and the Bucks, Joel Embiid and the 76ers. That path just made them stronger and made them want it even more, because going against the Suns, they went up against every tough opponent they could have had. They went up against the best teams in the East, and they proved at this point, that they can be the best. I'm going to take the Celtics in 7 with a Jason Tatum finals MVP. But I think it's going to be so close. It's going to come down to the last 3 minutes of Game 7. It could be anyone's game, and I would be happy with either team winning the finals. This is really a year where, honestly, any finals matchup I'd be 100% cool seeing, even if it's a repeat Bucks-Suns. I'd be cool seeing that too.
For real, I feel like there are 10 teams that you could realistically see in the finals, and that's insane.
Yeah, there's not Mickey Mouse teams. The NFL had so many Mickey Mouse, the Eagles should not have been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Raiders, even though the Titans were the 1 seed, they didn't really deserve to be there. I think I like how the NBA is structured, where any team can win any game. Last year the Hawks weren't supposed to be very good, and they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's crazy how some of this shit works. Mm-hmm. So who do you guys, after our playoffs and everything, who do you guys have as the MVP? Who do you think is going to win this 3-man race?
KD.
Is he?
I think you said Finals MVP.
No, MVP.
Yeah,
MVP. I would assume that KD wins Finals MVP if the Nets win the Finals. I'm gonna take Jokic.
Yeah, seems like everyone's saying Jokic, so I'm probably gonna go Jokic or whoever. I think it's close. Whoever has the higher seed. Who is it?
Jokic has the lowest seed. It would be Giannis if you were going off highest seed.
Oh no, between those two, whoever has the highest seed.
Joel Embiid does, because they're the 4th seed. Jokic is the 6th.
It's a long shot, but I'll just try to go with Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want it to be too, Ethan?
Dude, I don't have a horse in the MVP candidate race. I feel like any of them could win. It's kind of a boring pick. I don't know, to be honest.
No, that's fair. It's very close, and
Mhm.
I feel like we'd all be okay with any of them winning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is that all we have for today, guys?
I think so.
Yes. How long was that?
We're at a minute
Pretty-
or an hour and 10 minutes.
Damn, well, good
Easy
episode.
peasy.
I think that's going to be all
Mhm.
for us. Remember, follow us on our socials on YouTube at BAE Sports Podcast. If you're listening to us on Spotify, and if you're watching this on YouTube, we're on Spotify at BAE Sports Podcast. We're also on TikTok at bay.sports and on Twitter at BAE Sports Pod. Thank you, Aaron, Ethan, for a great episode. We'll see y'all next week. Don't really know what we'll do next week, but
Maybe something
we'll
will
have
happen.
we'll have something. Something will happen, and we'll get an episode out to y'all. Expect a good one next week, even though we have no idea what we're gonna do.
All of our episodes are bangers.
Oh yeah, all our episodes are bangers.
Good night.